Rogers does as well.
1, 2, 3. Henry, stop counting.
Good day, Trons and Tronettes. Great to see you all. Welcome on to the Tron Trailer. Today's destination is NPC Station. As today, I will do my NPC Round 6 recap. Grab your tickets, sit back, relax, as we've got no time to waste. So, this round had some unbelievable results. Some teams finally got some big wins, while other teams faltered because of costly mistakes. I really enjoyed this round and can't wait to dive into it with you all. So, without further ado, let's flick it over to historic me to start us off with one of the best games in the business, Counties Manukau versus North Harbour. Enjoy this one, guys, because we've got some thrilling matches on the way. Game 1, Counties versus North Harbour. Prediction goes completely haywire as I had Harbour by 19. But it's okay. Synopsis of the game. Penalties and defence were the big talking points in the first half as the two teams went all out in the defensive side of things. And some brilliant breakdown work was done too. And some dazzling tries were scored at as well. And a very low scoring first half. Opportunities came both teams' way, but some stupid errors and some brilliant defense stopped them. North Harbour did very well to hold some lead by half time. In the second half, Counties must have got a talking to because they came out firing. Some spectacular moves were done, and I was just blown away. Some vital turnovers came after that, and Harbour tried their best, but it was no use, as a vital penalty got Counties over at the death. Well done, Counties on the win. Condolences, Harbour on the loss. MVP and try of the match. MVP goes to Tristan Cook. He had a magnificent performance in all aspects of the game, and his matchup with Cameron Church and Terama Rubin was an absolute matchup and a half. I was absolutely blown away. And try of the game has to go to my boy Gibson Popularity. Some brilliant work was done in the lead up to it, and all he had to do was score. I was really blown away. Next game, Otago versus Northland. Game 2, Otago versus Northland. Prediction, right on the money as I had Otago by 19. Synopsis of the game. Opportunities and discipline were the two big talking points in this one, as flashy tries were scored, innovative interplay was on show, and the two teams really gave each other hell. And a high scoring first half, opportunities came both teams' way. But thanks to the sheer effort and determination, they cancelled each other out. Northern got through a few gaps though, as Otago's defence was a bit lackluster. But in the second half, they put on a masterclass, as all Northland could do was just watch. I was really impressed by some of the moves they pulled off, and yeah, Northland tried their best, but it was no use. Well done, Otago, on the victory, and I also think that a yellow card to Northland really let them down. Condolences on the loss, boys. MVP and try of the match. MVP goes to Cam Miller. He really orchestrated Otago around the park well and had a good matchup with Rivers Rayhana, as those two could not be separated. Honestly, they put on a matchup and a half. Try of the game would have to go to my boy Lucas Casey. Some spectacular work was done in the lead up to it, and he just did a superb job. I was really blown away. Next game, Manawatu versus Waikato. Game 3, Manawatu versus Waikato. Prediction, completely messed it up, as I had Waikato by 38 plus, but it's fine. Synopsis of the game. Manawatu got off to a tremendous start, really showing some fancy interplay, and some intriguing line breaks were made by them as well. I was also really impressed by the set piece work and the set plays, as those two areas were used to perfection in my eyes. And they also did some unique work spreading the ball out wide, really catching Waikato off guard at certain points. Speaking of Waikato, unfortunately, things didn't go their way. Penalties started mounting up for them, And yeah, some really clinical errors along with a miscommunication, and the cons really let them down. And they had opportunities but just couldn't do it. And yeah, well done, Manawatu, on the victory. Condolences, Waikato, on the loss. Some breathtaking tries were scored as well. MVP goes to Tane Rory as he had some menacing moments, really punishing Waikato when he got the chance. And the matchup of the game goes to Rui Farron and Geordie Villion as they had some impressive moments and couldn't be separated. It was a matchup and a half. Some individual footwork was used perfectly by Drew Wild for my try of the game, and I was blown away by it. Next game, we've got Hawke's Bay versus Wellington. Game 4, Hawke's Bay versus Wellington. Prediction goes completely wrong as I had Wellington by 5. But that's okay. Synopsis of the game. This was quite an interesting one, to say the least, as some daredevil tries were scored, some fantastic defensive work and set-piece work was done, and some very fancy interplay was on show. Both teams started out well and really put each other under pressure. But as the game went on, Hawke's Bay started to show some mind-boggling moves, and by half time, they looked like they were going to run away with as they had the lead. But then Wellington came out the gate and unleashed some flair of their own, pulling off some great moves. But unfortunately, they just could not get the job done. I was really impressed by the forwards as those guys really put in a good shift. Well done, Hawke's Bay on the victory. Condolences, Wellington. MVP and try of the match. MVP goes to Pody Rakati Stones as he had a massive performance and I was really impressed. Try of the match goes to TJ Clark. All he had to do was score, was absolutely blown away. Some brilliant work was done in the lead-up, and matchup of the game goes to Jackson Garden Bishop and Harry Godfrey as those two had a brilliant kicking battle. Next game, Southend versus Canterbury Rand Valley Shield. Game 5, Southend versus Canterbury. Prediction: had Canterbury by 40 plus, so it's a W on that front. synopsis of the game. Canterbury were the dominant team all across the park as they scored some fearful tries, some sensational set-piece and defensive work was on show, and they had some razzle-dazzle in their interplay. Some of their razzle-dazzle moves had me out of my seat during the match, and by half-time the Ranfurly shield was wrapped up. Unfortunately, Southend had their opportunities, don't get me wrong, but they just couldn't capitalise on them due to some silly errors and some ill-rated discipline, which caused quite a few yellow cards. Well done to Canterbury, excuse me, on the win. Condolences, Southend, and MVP and try of the match. MVP goes to Louis Chapman. Had a sensational performance and was just catching the Southend defence off guard with his moves. Really impressed by him. Matchup of the game has to go to the two 12s. Fatola Penny and Dallas McLeod. Those guys provided some iconic moments, and Louis Chapman gets my try of the game. His two tries were absolutely beautiful, and I was blown away. He basically had some beautiful lead-up work done to them. Next game, we have Bay of Plenty versus Team 6. Taranaki versus Bay of Plenty. My prediction does not play out as I had Taranaki by 8, but it's alright. Synopsis of the game. Mistake-a-thon is the best way to describe Taranaki's game, as some costly errors and poor judgment was made. They had opportunities but just didn't capitalise on them. Bay of Plenty did very well to take advantage of these, as some whirlwind teamwork was done, and the set-piece work was unbelievable. I was also taken aback by the set plays. Some awesome tries were scored in this one as well. And by half-time, Bay of Plenty were just looking to run away with it. Unfortunately, Taranaki tried to come back in the second half, but it was no use. Well done, Bay of Plenty, on the victory. Condolences, Taranaki, on the loss. You guys deserved it though. And I must mention too that some discipline did not go their way either. MVP and try of the match. In both awards go to Whinganga Nofu, as he scored a wonderful hat-trick and some impressive work was done in the lead up to it. All he had to do was score. His performance was absolutely mesmerising too. I was taken aback by some of his moves. And my matchup of the game goes to JJ Porkai and Kedekund, as the two hoggers really got stuck into each other and didn't give each other an inch. I was really excited by this matchup. Next game, we have Tasman versus Auckland. Game 7, Tasman versus Auckland. My prediction does not go my way, as I had Tasman by 28, which I'm a bit miffed about, but it's fine. Synopsis of the game. Auckland got off to a wonderful start, showing some brilliant breakdown and ruck work. Some of their set-piece work was absolutely unbelievable and creating some awesome opportunities and overlaps. Tasman had the momentum but just couldn't transfer it into points. And I reckon that was down to silly mistakes made by them. But they did very well to keep the scores close at half time. But unfortunately, some brilliant teamwork and some very razzle-dazzle was not in their favour, as Auckland really punished them until they were out of breath. Well done, Auckland, on the victory. Condolences, Tasman, on the loss. Incredibly shocked by this, but brilliant fan experience nonetheless. Some dazzling tries were scored in this one as well. MVP and try of the match. MVP goes to Caleb Tangitau. He was really potent with ball in hand and just crushed Tasman with every opportunity that he got. His performance was amazing. Matchup of the game goes to Cooper Roberts and Xavier Taiele. They had some menacing moments and could not be separated. Honestly, it was a matchup and a half. And my try of the game goes to Mecca Springer. Some brilliant lead-up work was done and all he had to do was score. Really blown away by his try. Next up, outro station. Okay, drums and trumpets, we have reached our destination station. So please take your belongings as you leave for the platform. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for you. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and do all that other malarkey, as it really helps me out. Don't forget to be cool, stay awesome, and as I always say, be kind to one another, right? It's a simple, how you going or are you alright, can make someone's day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to listen to some music and do some research. Ciao! And thank you all for watching. Ciao!